So let's talk World War II. So how did this whole thing even start? Picture this. It's the 1930s. The world's still tired from World War One, which was supposed to be the war that to end all wars. Big fail there. Germany's broke. Everyone's mad. And then this guy named Adolf Hitler shows up like, hey, I can fix it. Spoiler, he did not fix it. Hitler wanted Germany to be powerful again, and he wasn't exactly subtle about it. He blamed other countries, other people, and pretty much anyone who wasn't on his team. Then he started taking over land like a kid who didn't understand the concept of sharing. So, in 1939, he invaded Poland, and Britain and France went, alright, that's it, and declared war. Boom. World War II begins. The chaos spreads. At first, Germany was winning. They had the strategy called the Blitzkrieg, I think that's how you say it, which basically means lightning war. It's when you attack super fast, so the other side doesn't even have the time to say, wait, what? Before long, most of the Europe was under Nazi control. Meanwhile, Italy, led by Mussolini, a guy who really liked posing dramatically on balconies, teamed up with Hitler. Japan joined in too, trying to take over big parts of Asia and the Pacific. So yeah, the bad guys had a whole squad. The good guys, aka the Allies, were the UK, France, and later on the US, the Soviet Union, and a bunch of others. It was like the world's worst group project. And everyone was failing. America soon joins the party. At first, the US was kind of sitting on the sidelines like, yeah, you guys figured that out. But then, in 1941, Japan bombed Pearl Harbor, a US naval base in Hawaii. That got America's attention real fast. So, the US joined in, bringing tanks, planes, and more soldiers than a Call of Duty lobby. The war got huge. There were battles in Europe, North Africa, the Pacific. Basically, if there was land or ocean, someone was fighting on it. The turning point. Things started flipping around in 1942 and 1943. The Soviet Union stopped Germany. Sorry. The Soviet Union stopped Germany in Stalingrad, a brutal battle where winter and bad decisions destroyed the Nazis. I think that's also how you say it. The US started winning in the Pacific, taking back islands one by one. By 1944, the Allies invaded France on D-Day, storming the beaches of Normandy. It was dangerous, messy, and one of the biggest military operations ever. But it worked. The Allies started pushing Germany back. The end, aka finally, in 1945, Germany was surrounded. Hitler realized the whole world domination thing wasn't working out. So he died in his bunker and Germany surrendered. But the war wasn't over yet. Japan was still fighting. The US dropped 2 atomic bombs on Hiroshima, I think that's how you say it, and Nagasaki, which ended the war, but caused unbelievable destruction and loss of life. It was one of those moments where humans proved they could invent something powerful and terrifying at the same time. The aftermath. By the time it ended, around 70 million people were dead. Cities were rubble. Whole countries had to rebuild from scratch. The war also exposed just how horrific the Holocaust was. Millions of innocent people murdered in concentration camps. Humanity got a hard look in the mirror, and it wasn't pretty. But the world did change. The United Nations was formed to help stop this from happening again. So far, mixed results. And the rivalry between the Did I say that right? Between the US and the Soviet Union kicked off the Cold War, which was like 2 kids on a playground arguing about who has the bigger stick. So what did we learn? Apparently, not to get angry dictators, run countries, not to start wars over ego, and definitely not to trust anyone who says they can fix everything. But also, people learned about courage, teamwork, and resilience. The war brought out some of the worst in humanity, but also some of the best. Soldiers, civilians, and ordinary folks did extraordinary things just to keep each other alive. So basically, in short, World War II was chaos on a global scale. It had everything. Drama, betrayal, explosions, unlikely friendships, and a whole lot of what were they thinking? It was terrible, but it shaped the modern world in almost every way possible. If history was a movie, World War II would be that massive, messy blockbuster where half the cast dies, the budget goes through the roof, and everyone walks out saying, let's not do that again.